Hey guys, welcome back to Manatee Buggies. I just want to do a video on something we just purchased for the business. We got a EcoFlow Delta 2. This is, I think, the middle one. I'm not 100% familiar with it. You know, they have the Delta Pro, Delta 2 Max, and then the Delta 2. So this is the Delta 2. We just got it a week and a half ago. This is a refurbished unit. So the title will reflect that. This is a refurb. The only reason I got it was because it was a lot cheaper, and so far I'm happy with my purchase. The condition of the unit is perfect. You end up saving quite a bit of money, and you get the same warranty, and I can't tell the difference. It works just like the other one, brand new one should. So just a quick I'll do a quick flow through on the specs on this unit. It's 1,024 watt hours, which doesn't mean a lot to most people. It is I calculated out it'd be a 20 amp hour at like 51 volts, if that's probably what it is, I think. So it's a 20 amp hour unit. Total of 15 outlets on this. On the front, you see you got 4 USB A's, 2 USB C's, and your power button and your on-off button for your front USB ports. On the back, you have your outlets for AC and the was it 1,800 watts AC output and 2,700 surge. You also have an X-Boost feature, which the X-Boost on these, basically it's for non-critical devices. If you have, the way wattage works, 120 volts times amps equals your wattage. So at 1,800 watts, you can do, power this equipment. If you're requiring something a little bit spicier than that, it can give you the wattage, it'll just drop the voltage a little bit and increase the amperage. So that's how that works with your X-Boost if you need to power something for a short amount of time or a long amount of time. That's how that works. Sorry, I'm just getting over being sick, so if I clear my throat or whatever, I apologize. 6 AC outlets in the back. I don't think I mentioned the quantity, but they're in the back. The charge port's in the back, and the charge port for AC is in the back, and the charge port if you want to hook it up to another DC input like solar panels or another battery or however you want to do it, it's in the back. So this unit also weighs 24 pounds. The specs here are in kilograms. 12 kilograms. You can do the math. 24, 25 pounds I think is what it is. For the size, lightweight, easy to carry. You've got handles on this. Just to be clear, like I said, we purchased this unit with our own money. We're not sponsored. We just bought it for a specific use, and I'll cover that here in a second. So anyway, brand new, I'll just go ahead and cover that real quick. Brand new, they're $6.99. I think they're running a special, it's Christmas, it's December 21st. So brand new, they're $6.99. I think normally they're like $8.99 or something like that. The refurb units, like this one, it's $5.99. I actually found a promo code. I think it was Hobotech. Give him credit. It was like 6% off. So that brought it down to $5.63, and then tax, tag, title, dealer prep, and options. We were out the door with free shipping for $5.96. So it kind of like it took care of the sales tax, is what it basically did. So on to what you get. With this unit, from what I found, you're supposed to get the unit in the box. That's the Delta 2 box. You get a charge cord right there. You're supposed to get a car charge cord. We did not get that. Actually, I forgot to mention that or contact them about that, but we did not get a charge cord for the cigarette lighter. And you get the manuals. Or in our case, you get the manuals for the EcoFlow 110 watt portable solar panel. So, not the manual, not the manual for the, EcoFlow Delta 2. It's a 110 watt solar panel. Yeah. So, little snafu on the refurb department. Somebody that was supposed to get a 110 watt solar panel might have got the Delta 2 manuals. I don't know. So we got what's important. We got the AC charge cord, which is all we care about. We got the unit, which is important, and we got the wrong manuals. So much for that. Anyway, why we got the unit? We do a cart rental business, obviously. I think we've covered that in other videos. Every once in a while, you get a customer that, forgets to plug them in, forgets to charge them, use it longer than they need to, or not need to, just use it longer than they have battery for. And we get a call, hey, the cart's dead. I've been trying to figure out an easy way for me and my wife and other people to take care of that. You can't just go hossing another lithium battery and stick jumper cables on there. If you have your pack you're using as a portable power is at 51 volts and your cart is at 48 volts, and you try to hook them up, there's going to be a nasty amount of inrush in the amount of hundreds and hundreds of amps. It's not safe. You can get a lot of sparking, scare somebody, damage something. So I was, without having to have somebody do a lot of unwiring and rewiring or unhooking and rehooking or stuff like that, I was watching YouTube videos and saw these things, solar generators, which, they're about the size of a little Honda generator or something like that. You can use them and charge them at the same time with solar input or another input, like car input. So I was like, hey, you know what? That might work. 1800 watt output, which is just dandy for what we have as far as onboard chargers on these carts. So I got this one as a test, see if I liked it. If not, I could use it for what it's intended for, or portable power or whatever. So yeah, we got this one. Like I said, it's 1,024 watt hours, which equates to about 20 amp hours. Just to give you a point of reference, this particular cart, it has 90 amp hour onboard lithium batteries. So, this being 20, that's 20 in the battery. By the time you convert it to AC and then output it, you're probably going to lose 10, 20%, something like that. So, even if it's, 18, 17 amp hours or whatever. Anyway, the purpose of the unit is to charge the cart enough for me to get it to move and put it on the trailer. That's what we're here for. And I kind of, figured I'd do a video on it, kind of show you how we're going to use it and what we're going to use it for, and then also give you an example of, how much can you get out of the unit through conversion losses and stuff like that. Because basically what we're doing is you have a DC battery with an inverter and you're converting it. We're going to be converting it from DC to AC. It's going to plug into the cart, and the cart's going to take the AC and convert it back to DC to put in the batteries. So you're getting double losses there. So I'm thinking, not a lot. We'll probably, I don't know. We'll see. But what I'll end up doing is I'm going to hook this up. We're at 100% right now. We're going to plug it up to this cart. The cart is currently at 69%. And I'll show you that on camera. And we're going to plug it in and let it rip till it kaputs. So we'll see. So let me get the camera and I'll show you the level of it. And again, this is not sponsored. This is just us. And so far we like the unit. Matter of fact, 2 days after we got it, this particular cart was being used for the Christmas parade, and they had it, the city had it, and they didn't plug it in, and then the Chamber of Commerce got it literally the next morning. They just handed the vehicles off. I never saw them, so we didn't confirm that they were charged. And they called me that afternoon and said, "Hey, the yellow one quit." And sure enough, we went over there. It's like 0%. Like, ah. So, you know, they called me and they said, "Hey, the car's dead." I'm like, "Oh, great, okay." I said, "But hey, guess what? I just got this." So literally, we got it, and it literally paid for itself within 2 days, and it worked fantastic. I mean, I went over there. You know, my wife got another cart. They took the ladies to where they needed to go and gave them the other cart. You know, and I plugged it in, turned it on, and I sat there for, I think it was 10 minutes, just so I could get like 2%, 3% in the cart, and then I drove it across the street onto the trailer and took it back to the shop. So that's the success story we had with this one, but I want to show you, you know, kind of give you a time lapse, and we're going to see, because I didn't let it go, you know, I just did it enough to get on the cart or on the trailer, and then we took it to the shop. So just for my own curiosity and probably your own curiosity, we're going to see, like I said, how far this will give you in an emergency situation. If you had the time to sit there and let it go till you deplete the EcoFlow. So let me get the camera. I'll show you the charge level. We'll see the amp hours, and then we'll get it hooked up. And I'll set up a time lapse to watch the screen. There we go. 69%, 62 amp hours is what we're currently at. So we have the Delta 2 currently plugged up. It's plugged up in the back, right there. So basically we're at 100%, 100%. And I must say the EcoFlow app is really awesome. I like it. You can't see it. But what I'll do here is turn on the AC. Oh, AC right here. You can tell I haven't used this that much. The charger is going to start charging. Yep, currently we're doing 728 watts. And it estimates 1 hour of usage. So we'll see what that does. And I'll start the time lapse and bring you back when we're done. So we're back. I have got it down. It went down to 10%. I forgot I had set a 10% bottom for the battery, so it wouldn't deplete past 10%. So we'll call it good enough. And currently we are at 84%. So we went from 69 to 84, which is 25%, and 62 amp hours to 75 amp hours, which is 13 amp hours. So we probably could have squeezed another 2 or so out of it. All right, I was happy with that charge session with the other cart, but because I screwed up and I didn't take the buffer off the bottom and left the 10% in it, we're going to do another one. We've got another cart that's going to go out here in a little bit, and it's at 30%, 31%. So now we've got this charged up to 100%. And I've removed the buffers, so we're going to get 100 to 0 charge out of it, and we're going to see how much we gain for this cart coming up. All right, so here's the setup for today. We've got the Delta 2 at 100%, plugged in to the cart. This one has a Uno 90 amp hour pack in it, same size amp hour wise as the other cart, just a different form factor. So we'll get this thing started and let you know what the final outcome is when we're done. Okay, so we are done. The Delta 2 is completely depleted, 0%. All right, that was a charge cycle on the Delta 2. We killed it on that one, 100% to 0%, and we put 30% into that cart, which is a good amount of energy. That is 90 amp hour battery. So 30% would be roughly 30 amp hours, which these are only 20, and with losses, I don't think it's quite accurate with a percentage gauge. But again, it far exceeds what we need it to do and what the purpose of the unit is. I think as I stated before, the purpose of the unit was to get us out of issues where the carts are dead next to the road, on the road, whatever. So where we can quickly put it in the truck or put it in the car, take a charge cord with us, deploy the unit, put it on the cart, the deck of the cart, plug it into the charge port, here, turn it on, turn the port on, and let it start charging. And in the case of, like this cart or any of the carts, 5-10 minutes will give you a couple percentages, enough to where we can power the cart on and it'll move. You can't full throttle it or anything like that, but this will still be charging at the same time you're trying to use it. And we can creep it up onto the trailer and transport it either to the customer's facility, let them charge it, or back to our facility and full charge it there. So that was the purpose behind the Deltas, the EcoFlows. Far exceeded our expectations. I am extremely happy with it. This unit, to give you another example, this has saved our bacon now 2 more times since the beginning of this video, because this one's been kind of chopped up over several days with the Christmas holiday and stuff. We've actually had to do this with 2 other carts during the holidays, and last night was the last one. Literally, customer called me, hey, we're down on the side of the road. I'm like, okay. So I just grabbed this, I grabbed the cord, I get in the truck, and we drive down there with the trailer. They're dead on the side of the road, and because it wasn't charged overnight like they're supposed to. And basically turn the unit on, set it on the floor, plug it in, hit the button. They had some friends there that could take them onto the campground, so they went on the campground. I sat there for 10 minutes. Cart came on, I was able to move it, put it on the trailer, slap it down, left the unit charging while I drove it back to the facility, unloaded it, parked it next to their campground, plugged it in for them, and said, hey, let it charge the rest of the night. It was late, it was 10 o'clock. So yeah, I mean, no sweating on my part, no having to get under these carts, because there's an emergency release you have to engage, which requires tools, you laying on the ground, and a flashlight. And then once you get it where you need to go, it requires you laying on the ground, tools, and a flashlight to put it back the way it's supposed to be. So yeah, game changer. Totally happy with these. We've used it on those 2 occasions. We've used it at Christmas. We were traveling to my mother-in-law's house, and she wanted the crock pot to continue to cook. So I wasn't thinking about it. She's like, hey, what about that power thing we use for the carts? She goes, will that power the crock pot? I'm like, yeah. So this and the crock pot went in the trunk, and it continued to cook for an hour or so whenever it took us to get over to her house. So I mean, the uses for these things are endless. Anytime you need DC power or AC power or just redundant power, you can't beat them. And matter of fact, I liked it so much, I bought the big brother to this one about a week ago, right before Christmas, because we were using this one. We'd already used it twice, and I was like, I should have another one just to have it. And so I bought the Delta 2 Max, the big boy, the big brother to this one. I thought about getting another Delta 2, but I just wanted an extra capacity. Probably won't use it as much because this one's lighter and I can just pick it up and anybody can take it. You know, it's about double the weight for the Delta 2 Max, but you know, as easy as these things are to use and as functional as they are, yeah, it's money well spent. I mean, you know, the time you use it pays for any time it's just going to sit there. And yeah, so like I said, this is a refurb unit. The new one I bought is a refurb unit. This is all our opinion. We paid for this with our own money. We're not sponsored, and it'll reflect that in the title of the video. So we will probably put a link in the description. I think there's like a referral program. You can get $50 off, I believe it is, you know, by putting your email in. If you're going to order one, whether it's a Delta 2 or a River unit, yeah, as good as these are, the Rivers are probably awesome too, because it's just a little bit less capacity than this, or the Delta 2 Max or whatever. It's $50. You know, we'd really appreciate it. I think we get a little coin back or something like that as a referral or something like that. But anyway, thanks for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please put them below. If you have anything else we could test or questions about using them with the carts or whatever, let us know below, and I'll definitely follow up with you on that. But thanks for watching. Hopefully everybody has a good new year. This is currently the end of 2023. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.